04 band, head down the highway doing one-night stands, singing my songs, feeling driven. It's been an easy way to make a hard living. Now mama tried to tell me, son, stay in school. A lot of lost souls played a guitar too, but I never listened to her. I was good. Sometimes I wonder who was a fool. I had it all figured out when I was young. Was gonna be a big star by the time I'm 21. Well, that was about 40 years ago. The night I'm singing for tips here in Ohio. Dreams die hard when that's all you got. So here's another song I wrote from the heart. Looking in the mirror, just me and myself, wondering what I'd change if I could take it all back. Time can be so unforgiving. It's been an easy way to make a hard living. I had it all figured out when I was young. Gonna be a big star by the time I'm 51. Well, that was about 20 years ago. Tonight I'm singing in a bar in muscle shows. Dreams die hard when that's all you got. So here's another song I wrote from the heart. Riding the bus with a four-piece band, head down the highway doing one-night stands, singing my songs, feeling driven. It's been an easy way to make a hard living. Has been an easy way to make a hard living. Thank you. Hey, how we doing, everybody? I got a good friend of mine I want to introduce to you. His name is David Young. We call him Duffy. Now, Duffy's a great songwriter, amongst other things, and I'm happy to have him on the show tonight on Gig Masters. How we doing, Duff?
I'm good, thanks, Football.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Good to be seen, ain't it? I know. So you came down from West Virginia to see Nashville once again?
I came down from Virginia. My friend Arthur picked me up and brought me down here.
Right. Cool.
Come back every now and then.
Well, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you stopped by here too to see me. You know, Duffy was around, like, I'm from Nashville, so I've been here all my dang life, you know. And Duffy got here in the 70s.
78.
1978. And he's, you know, he was the first bartender at the Spring Water. The Spring Water is a famous oldest dive in Nashville, I guess.
Oh, in Tennessee.
In Tennessee, it is now, ain't it? Yeah. But anyway, it's down in Nashville, and he's been around a lot of great songwriters. He's got some great stories to tell about the Spring Water, and I want to get him to sing a couple songs. I sang one of his songs, but I'm gonna let him do it tonight. Tell us a little about when you got here, Duffy.
when I got here.
Yeah, back in '78. When you first tell
That
us.
was way back in another century.
It was another century, but you had all them great writers around, and
Yeah. Well,
John Prine, Guy Clark,
Well, I was
Billy Joel.
right off the
That-
bat. I was staying in. I had enough money for a few days at the Sam Davis Hotel.
Right?
That was downtown.
Yes, sir.
Then I run out of money and I walked up West End Avenue and was sleeping in Centennial Park. And then I got completely out of money and walked about a block up to a place called Tortilla Flat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's long gone now, but it was there then. And, I walked in there one day and this old fella in there that was, I thought he owned it at the time, his name was Wild Bill. And he looked at me and said, you know, you look like you need a job. And I said, bingo.
Yeah.
And so he put me to work slinging happy hour beers. And he
Right.
let me sleep in the booth. And, oh, 2 or 3 days later, he handed me the keys to the place and said, I got to go to traffic court.
Right.
Look over the place for me. And I said, okay. And so I never saw him again. And I was just take the money at night and put it in a bag and put it in the freezer. And I still hadn't met the real owner of the place.
Right.
And after 2 or 3 days of that, this fellow named Terry Cantrell,
Terry Cantrell.
we all know and love him.
Yes, we do.
And he walked in and said, "Where's Bill?" And I said, "Well, he went to traffic court about 4 days ago." And Terry said, "Well, who's running this place?" And I said, "Well, I guess I am." And he said, "I guess you are." And so Terry let me stay with him.
Right.
And shortly after that, we moved right around the corner to a place that was then called Norma's.
Right.
It had been a speakeasy back during the Prohibition, and then been all kinds of different bars after that, including Norma's. And when I was working there, actually I can remember sometimes there'd be tourists from out of town would dare to come in the spring water, and I would kind of tour them around and show them the old stage in the back and the
Right.
food table. Tell them that corner right over there is where Hank Williams Sr. threw up, right over there. And
He probably did.
yeah, and pretty quick, like I started what we called a writer's night then. Other places around the country, they got the open mics.
Yes,
And
right.
this is kind of an open mic too, but only
For songwriters.
You better off to do something you wrote.
Yeah, yeah. Original.
At least do your best friend's song.
Right.
But and that was one of the, if not the first, writers' night in
That's the first one I could remember.
Yeah.
Ever in town.
I'll tell you one thing. One day, what I would do was, it was on a Monday night when the writer's night was, and I didn't bartender on those nights. I ran the writer's night,
Uh-huh.
and you had to come in the afternoon and sign up on the writer's list to get to play.
Right.
And one day, this fellow walked in and he said he wanted to play the writer's night, and I said, "I'm sorry, buddy, it's all booked up." He said, "Okay," and then he walked out, and this young man we knew back then named Willie Windsor come running over, and he said, no, you got to go. We got to get that guy. So and so he come back in with Dave Only. I didn't know who Dave Only was at that time, but after that, we liked each other a lot for a very long time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Dave passed away.
He did. He passed away not long ago, right?
January of 2020.
Well, Bless his heart. He died on stage.
Yes, he did. That made the papers.
Well,
It's a shame to have to make the papers that way, but
yeah.
still.
Well, he died doing what he loved.
He did.
How you gonna beat
Never
that?
even dropped his pick.
That's right. Well, you know, I've cut a song of Duffy's that I really love, and I'm gonna let you do it tonight, and it's called "You Only Love Me When You're Drunk."
It's a sweet little love song.
So do a little love song for us. This is Duffy. You only love me when you're drunk.
You only love me when you're drunk. Let me buy you one more round. The one you're on seems to have shrunk. So hurry up and drink it down. I'm getting lonely by the minute. And lately I have found you only love me when you're drunk. So let me buy you one more round. You only love me when you're drunk. Let me buy you something strong. Hey, let's get plastered to the gills and love each other all night long. I put $1 in the jukebox, play another country song. You only love me when you're drunk. So let me buy you something strong. When I make you talk. You only love me when you're drunk. You sure do love me when you do. You ought to leave me at spring water. Well, drink a drink to me and you. I never will forget the night unless you showed me your tattoo. You only love me when you're drunk. When you're drunk, let me buy you something strong, and let's get plastered to the gills and love each other all night long. I put $1 in the jukebox, play another country song. You only love me when you're drunk. Let me buy you something strong. You only love me when you're drunk. So let me buy you something strong.
All right. Duffy. Duffy. That's the Duffy.
Thank you.
All right. Well, good. Well, how am I going to beat that? I got to follow that. Well, since we're doing alcohol songs, let's see. Getting off of work, I'm getting on my boat. Right now it's happy hour, I'm lighting up the smoke. The world keeps turning, and I don't care. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, 4:20 here. I learned a long time ago, for me, alcohol is something you have a beer. It's 5 o'clock somewhere and 4:20 here. I got a big old grin all over my face. I'm not worried about tomorrow, living for today. Life is good, let's toast and cheer. It's 5 o'clock somewhere and 4:20 here. Now Willie told me, here's all I know: you can die from stress or learn to let it all go. Lots of state of mind and atmosphere. It's 5 o'clock somewhere and 4:20 here. I got a big old grin all over my face. I'm not worried about tomorrow, living for today. Life is good, let's toast and cheer. It's 5 o'clock somewhere at 4:20 here. You know it's 5 o'clock somewhere, but it's 4:20 here. Hey Duffy, won't you tell us another one of the stories about when you got here in the 70s?
Let me think.
Man, he did a bunch of them.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to tell you a story about some great songwriters. There's been a whole bunch through the years, but I'm going to tell you about these 3 particular ones. It was Guy Clark. We all know who that is.
Yeah.
Townes Van Zandt.
Yeah.
We all know who that is. And the great Billy Joe Shavers. And I just was lucky enough to meet them and sort of get to know them. But one day down in Elston Place, little section there near the park in Nashville, I was driving Billy Joe's pickup, and it was Guy Clark, Billy Joe Shavers, and Townes Van Zandt in the back of that truck.
Right.
And they was passing around some kind of bottle. I don't know what it was exactly, but I was driving them and around town, and we was going through Ellis, and I had to go kind of slow through there, and I heard somebody holler out, "There goes Duffy, hauling these heroes around again." And I stuck my head out the window and I said, "You damn right I am." I never forgot that one.
Oh man, well you grew up along with everybody else with a lot of great writers and had a lot of inspiration.
Hell, I did.
Well hell, play us another one, Duffy.
Alright, I'm going to do you. Well, that other song I did was, of course, a drinking song.
Right.
When you're drunk. Well, I'm going to do another drinking song, only it's the answer
To that one.
to that one. This here song is called The Record Deal.
The record.
Took a while to do it. I did it all myself. I always knew it'd happen, so did everybody else. If you just keep on trying, it's bound to come naturally. Now sure enough, here I am, right where I ought to be. I finally got myself a record in Nashville, Tennessee. They had me in the paper, they put me on TV. Yeah, I finally got myself a record, but it ain't the kind you're thinking. Hey, I didn't get it singing songs, I got it driving and drinking. Woo! where the hot shots all hang out. Hey, I like to hang out too, 'cause that's what it's all about. It was right after happy hour, I was happy as I could be, when I got myself a record in Nashville, Tennessee. Well, I finally got myself a record in Nashville, Tennessee. They had me in the paper, they put me on TV. Yeah, I finally got myself a record, but it ain't the kind you're thinking. I didn't get it singing a song, I got it driving and drinking. In Nashville, Tennessee, they had me in the paper, then they put me on TV. Yeah, I finally got myself a record, but it ain't the kind you're thinking. I didn't get it singing a song, I got it driving and drinking. No, I didn't get it singing a song, I got it driving and drinking. Yeah, yeah.
Well, if you sing it like that. All right. Well, I don't know what to say after that. How am I going to follow that one? I've been driving and drinking something. I used to drive and drink. One time, my nephew, when he's a baby, he says, "Stop the car." I said, "Why?" He said, "You're drinking." He said, "You're driving and drinking." I said, "It don't mean Coca-Colas." You know, he didn't know alcohol.
Can't drink anything.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
Now you're wild.
Well, I guess I'm going to leave everybody with an inspirational song.
There you go. Take her down a different road.
Huh?
Take her down a different road.
Yeah. Now, people's always bitching about the things that they ain't got. Blaming everybody but themselves, sinking like a rock. You know, life is like a foot race, but if you always finish last, you know the fastest way to get on your feet is to get up off of your, ooh, get up, get up. The world's still spinning round. Get up, get up, and don't let it get you down. It don't take no rocket scientist or the smartest kid in class to know the fastest way to get on your feet is to get up off of your. My daddy, he once told me, boy, the world's gonna pass you by. You'll wake up soon one morning, son, and look back on your life. Now if you don't like what you're seeing in that broken looking glass, you know the fastest way to get on your feet is to get up off of your, ooh, get up, get up. The world's still spinning round. Get up, get up, and don't let it get you down. It don't take no rocket scientist or the smartest kid in class to know the fastest way to get on your feet is to get up off of your, ooh, the fastest way to get on your feet is to get up off of your butt. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you.